Hey everyone, welcome to Cork and Board, where we pair good food with good wine. Now, for tonight's episode, we've got this wonderful bottle of Cuvée Sabrine 2016. This is a Côte du Rhone village wine from the Rhone region in France. It's going to be making for some excellent drinking, and to go with it, we are making some homemade pizzas from scratch. Let's dive on in and get this recipe cooked. So for the dough per person, we're going to need a half cup of flour, as well as a quarter teaspoon of yeast, 1 full teaspoon of sugar, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm cooking for 5 people, so that's obviously going to need more quantities. Give all your dry ingredients a nice quick mix, and then add a quarter cup of water per person. Once again, just to get it all mixed together, and this is going to come out very wet. It's going to be sticky, it's going to be clumpy, but at this point, that's all you need to get happening. Once it's all nice and mixed together, flour out your counter and start to knead. Again, have a lot of extra flour on hand because this is going to get sticky. You're going to need to knead for approximately 5 minutes or until you're satisfied with the consistency. Once that's done, fix it all into a nice ball shape and get a clean bowl and drizzle it with some olive oil. Make sure that olive oil is nice and spread around so that your dough doesn't stick and also has a nice little extra layer of moisture so that it doesn't dry out either. Take your dough, pat off any extra flour, and put it in there and cover it to let rise for the next 2 hours. Once it's risen, divide into individual portions and start rolling individual pizzas. Once again, you're going to need a lot of flour down for this, but it's all going to be good. I'm not particularly good at rolling, but I actually enjoy that part because I find that it produces a nice rustic look to the pizzas. Get your dough nice and thin, make sure to give it a nice coating of flour, and then transfer it over to a baking sheet covered in parchment paper. Once that's done, you can start giving it toppings and sauces. I like to give a coating of olive oil around the edge of my pizzas in order to prevent the edge from burning, as well as being a bit of a sticker for something we're going to do in just a moment. This always is a bit hard because you have to balance out not having so much oil that the dough gets soggy once again. Coat that all around with a nice little brush, and then add your sauce. We're just using a basic pizza sauce at this point, and you don't need much of that either. Just work it around with the spoon. You don't need a thick amount. With the sauce covered, here's something I personally like to do. I take a bit of coarse salt, and I sprinkle it onto that olive oil around the edge. This gives us a nice, lovely olive oil and sea salt flavor to the crust. That is a nice little kick as we finish off this individual piece of pizza. After that, it's on to toppings, and do as you wish. I'm just going to go with my personal favorites: cheese, tomatoes, peppers, onions, some spinach, and then onto my proteins of pepperoni, some roasted chicken that I made beforehand, and mushrooms. Once that's all done, I like to give just a thin coating of cheese on top before popping the entire thing into the oven at 450 for 10 minutes. With the pizza now in the oven and dinner only moments away, it is time for my favorite part, opening the wine. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's been actually a real trouble trying to avoid not having this wine. I've been enjoying using this waiter's corkscrew for a while, but just be sure to get the entire length of that corkscrew down. Even then, this cork was a little bit long and gave me a little bit of trouble right at the end. I was a little careful not to spill anything. Alright, so we baked the pizza, we poured the wine. Let's give it a taste. First impressions. Ooh, that's nice and smooth. There's just a light bite of something at the end. I'm getting a taste of almost like a raspberry strawberry kind of idea, but it's really quite nice. Let's see how it tastes with just a little bit of this lovely pizza. Oh, that's hot. Ooh, really brings out the flavors of the pizza. That tomato sauce is really making this taste so much more deep and rich. This is a really actually great pairing. It's not overbearing, but it hits the notes, and really one helps to accentuate the other. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you're interested, if you want to see more of this. Yeah, I'm Chris with Cork and Board. See you later.